Aloha everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings here, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, gift boxes, even a dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. And as always, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I have a box that's near and dear to my heart, especially this season's curation, and you will see why in just a moment. This is the She Lives Aloha kit. She Lives Aloha is a beautiful quarterly lifestyle box that really brings a little of the islands home to you wherever you are. It's $49.95 per season plus shipping, but right now if you use the code mauinoel, you can save 50%. So you basically get half off this box right now until the end of May. That's how long that code will be lasting. This box was kindly sent to me for review and I am so excited. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what we have got, because this time the box is themed around my home island of Maui. So I'm so excited to see what vendors they wound up getting. There is some customization with this box if you are a subscriber, often between two different products, and this time it was actually two different sort of sets. So we'll go ahead and see what we got this time. So inside we have the lovely tissue paper with a little She Lives Aloha sticker, which their logo is a pineapple, so of course I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and rip the tissue paper. You guys know I hate to do that, but have to get into the goodies. So then right on top we do have a nice looks like a product card, and there is like a little handwritten note from Lori and Vanessa, who are the lovely ladies that put this box together. It says, "Aloha Noelle, we hope this kit takes you back home. Even when we're far away, we still need to taste and smell our favorite places." I am so looking forward to finally getting to go home to Maui for just a week at the end of June to celebrate my dad's birthday. It's been so long. I don't think I've ever been away from Maui for this long, so I think it'll have been like a full, like almost 2 years by the time we get back there. So it looks like we have a little bundle of cards, and they do often feature one of the vendors or artists that's in the box, and it looks like it says, "Hi friends, I'm Shanice. You can call me Shay. I'm fortunate to say that I was born and raised on Maui. I was not born there, but I was raised there and lived there for many years, even as an adult." It says, "Being surrounded by the beauty of the Hawaiian Islands for all my life, it warms my heart to share my home and create memories with my clients here in the islands. I've been a professional photographer since 2014, photographing weddings and portraits of all types. Since then, I've worked with clients from throughout the world and photographed throughout all of Hawaii and out of the state." It says, "Unrelated to photography, I'm a mom to one of the cutest fur babies, Leon," which is actually my name backwards. It says, "And believe it or not, I'm a bodybuilder who actively competes in the figure division." Wow. It says, "I appreciate your time to learn a bit about the photographer behind the lens. I can't express how grateful I am to be able to capture moments that make life worth living for, and I'm excited for the many memories to come." So as many of you probably know, Maui especially is a very popular place for destination weddings. I myself got married there, and it was technically a destination wedding because I actually live in San Diego, but for me it kind of felt like coming home. And so there are amazing photographers there, even if you just want to do like your family portraits when you're there. So definitely keep Shanice in mind. Now on the back of that card that was talking a little bit about her, that had that little message, we actually have our information about this kit, this experience. And I love that this is actually featuring what we call Upcountry Maui. So Maui is kind of broken up into two sides. If you look at it from an overhead view, there's kind of like two blobs to it. And so Upcountry Maui is considered the slopes of the Alikula volcano, which is where people like to go and see the sunrise, or I always suggest sunset. So I am from Upcountry Maui, which actually comprises several different towns, but that's where I went to school. That's where I always lived, even when we moved from house to house. So it says, "My mom grew up in a pineapple camp town in Upcountry Maui, and I'd spend every summer of my childhood there. When I'd visit, my grandmother would say, 'Let's go holo holo,' which means cruising around, right? It just means to go." It says, "And off we'd go to explore. The magic of the rich rolling farmlands, misty mountains, and stunning sunrises are what inspired this box." So people are always surprised because Upcountry Maui is not necessarily what you think of when you think of Hawaii. You probably think of like white sandy beaches and palm trees, and it's more lush. It's really where all of the farmland was. It's more of the like agricultural area, and it's definitely a little bit cooler, not like as cold as some places in the world, but we have pine trees there, we have eucalyptus, we have rolling fields where there's like dairy farms. So it's very different than I think what a lot of people expect sometimes, but it is gorgeous. So it says, one of Maui's most memorable experiences is seeing the sunrise from the island's highest peak, which is Haleakala, which means House of the Sun. It says there is a guide in here to making the most of this extraordinary visit, because now I think you actually have to make reservations because it is part of a national park. It says tips to capturing the perfect sunrise or sunset, plus top family portrait locations from Maui from the photographer Shanice. And then it just tells us no visit to Upcountry Maui is complete without tasting the local produce and exploring its many farms and gardens. Enjoy this curated selection of Maui made items, and then it just gives us a little like bullet list of the 5 items that are in here, and I'm really excited. It looks like there's a little extra thing in there as well, so this is cool. It says maybe you've had the pleasure of visiting Upcountry Maui when you got married or honeymoon there. If so, our hope is that you can relive it, and if you've never been, we hope you enjoy its scents, sights, and flavors. We can't wait to see this kit in your hands. Please share your aloha moments on Facebook and Instagram, and of course they want you to follow them over on social media because you actually have the opportunity of winning a kit if you share the one that you receive. So use that code, you guys, get this kit, and then maybe win another one. So I love this. This featuring, again, the area of Maui, very specific, that I consider my home, and it's not really where all of the resorts are, so that's probably another reason that it's not necessarily known by a lot of tourists. It's not what's featured in a lot of different like sort of tourism like, you know, pamphlets and things, but so I'm really excited that we get to see it featured in this box. There's just a nice card about Shanice's photography, and she definitely does some beautiful, beautiful work. So the vacation photo tips from her are to keep vibrant Hawaii skies rich. I always have to say Hawaii instead of Hawaii. I always like go back and forth. It says to flash or not to flash, and she tells you when to do it. So if you want when to be intentional about it. And then it says timing is everything. Plan visiting places around the sun. Morning and sunsets at almost all tourist attractions are generally less crowded, but most importantly, these times have the best lighting. So that is so true. I will definitely be looking at these tips before I go back home, and just in general I think it's great to have some professional photography tips for travel. And then here is our little guide about Haleakala. So it says Haleakala National Park is home to Maui's highest peak. It means House of the Sun, and is where the demigod Maui, which is who the island is named after, lassoed the sun, slowing its passage so people had more time to dry their kapa, which is a cloth that they used made out of a bark, and grow food. It says the most popular time to visit Haleakala is at sunrise, which can be as early as 5:38 a.m. in the summer and as late as 6:58 a.m. in the winter. Keep in mind that a lot of the resorts that people stay in are about 2 hours away from that, so you would be having a very early morning if you are trying to make it for sunrise. So it says it makes for a very early day, but seeing the sunrise above the clouds in all its colorful glory is a one-of-a-kind experience, and it is at 10,000 feet, and it is every once in a while they'll actually get snow up there, so people are also usually surprised by that as well. It does say that you have to make a reservation, and you can make it for up to 60 days in advance, and it only costs $1 to make that reservation. So bring warm clothes. One of the funniest things has always been going to Haleakala, whether it's just in the day to like hike around, and there are some beautiful hikes up there as well. It feels like you're on the moon. It's a very different landscape, again, than what I think a lot of people think about when they think Hawaii, but you'll always see people who like just came from the beach and they're wearing like their shorts and their sundresses, and they're freezing, and they're trying to like bundle up with their, you know, their beach blankets and what have you. So come prepared, you know, have like a fleece if you did have one, like, you know, whatever you bundled up in on the plane to get there, you definitely want to bring that with you up to Haleakala. All right, so let's get to the goodies though, you guys. So it's all nestled inside here. Super excited, and I love that because they kind of did the customized bundles, it definitely like feels like it's all very cohesive. It definitely goes together. So the first thing that I'm pulling out, they do a really nice job, by the way, of kind of combining some lifestyle items as well as edible treats, which I think is something that people are often looking for in a box from Hawaii. So this is from Maui Fruit Jewels, and it's some shortbread, and I just love their packaging. I think they do such a nice job with it. So it says, these are delicious cookies featuring locally sourced fruit from Maui fruit jewels. I think they are actually, oh, so it says they're manufactured in Wailuku, which is actually a little bit further down the mountain, sort of in between the two blobs that make up the island. So that's really cool. It's where all of like the businesses are. So I'm really excited about these. Usually they are individually wrapped because I have gotten these before. It says there is lilikoi, which is passion fruit, mango, guava, pineapple, and papaya. And I actually have grown to really like shortbread. So I'm going to save these for now, but I'm really excited to have those. And then we have something that is very familiar, that we actually get it in a lot of subscription boxes, even ones that are not from Hawaii. And this is from Maui Soap Company. It's like that recognizable to me. It's one of their loofah soaps. So super duper cute and also like very multi-purpose, right? Because it actually has a loofah built into the soap. So it says Maui Soap Company's vegan loofah soap, which is enriched with sea salt and kukui oil, plus a loofah embedded inside. It does double duty as both a soap and exfoliator in one. So it looks like, ooh, and there's actually something else here that goes with. So I didn't realize that. So we got extra items. And this is a nice size, you guys. So this is also from Maui Soap Company. This is a lotion, and it says it's the Island Sands scent. So I'm not sure. This was one of the things that was included in the bundle. So you could have, I think the other scent was maybe pikake. I don't remember. But this one smells like pineapples to me, and mango. I don't know, it must be like a blend of other things. So it says formulated with extracts of chamomile, cucumber, gotu kola, blended with golden jojoba oil and vitamin E for superior hydration. Aloha beautiful. So I don't know exactly what the sea salt or what the island sand scent is, but all I know is that I love it. So I'm really excited to receive this. I don't use the soaps honestly that often. I feel like there's something I love giving as a gift, but the lotions from Maui Soap Company, I hold on to those because I love them so much. And they always smell like really, really good. And they also have this tag that says 5% of the profit is donated to save Hawaiian wildlife, so that you can feel good about using their products. All right, we got something else, and this was also part of the bundle, and this is also from Maui Soap Company. So I think the other color variation of this nail polish was like a really pretty turquoise, and it was really hard for me to choose which of the bundles I wanted. You could not go wrong for sure. So let's see what this one is. It does tell us that we have matching vegan nail polish, so there we go. But I just thought this coral color was super duper pretty and perfect for like spring and summer. You guys know I don't wear a lot of pink, but on my toes I definitely do. I think it's really fun. So love that. And then, oh, this is awesome. So we got something from the lavender farm, which is right on the slopes of Haleakala. It's actually pretty far up. It's a little cooler up there and very misty and beautiful. And it is actually very close to where I used to live. So we got the organic lavender spritzer. They have a little dragonfly as their emblem. I used to love going to the lavender farm, not just when we had like visitors, but also just like with my girlfriends, because they have so many culinary lavender products there. They used to have these like lavender scones and lavender tea and lavender lemonade, and we would just go up there because they had these gorgeous gardens that you can walk through. I wonder if they're open again, but hopefully they are. But it was just so lovely and relaxing, and they always had all these little like tables and chairs kind of like hidden in different pockets of the garden, and it was just so fun. And of course the gift shop where you can buy all of the amazing products was the best. So they also had this like lavender salt, which was really like a seasoning salt with a bunch of different herbs in it, but it also had some culinary lavender in it, and I used to get that and put it on like everything. I definitely need to stock up on that the next time I go. So let's see what it says about this. It says, finally unwind at the end of the day, again because it's supposed to be a day in upcountry Maui. Unwind with Alikula Lavender's organic lavender spritzer. Apply the mist on your pillows and sheets before going to bed to aid sound sleep. So I used to actually get this and then sort of spritz it at the end of my yoga classes for my students to get some aromatherapy. So I'm really happy to receive this. That is a lovely choice for an item from Alikula Lavender. So I actually, most of the time living in upcountry Maui, I was living in Kula. So there's a couple towns, like I said, there's like Makawao, there's Haiku, there's Kula, and I used to live in Kula, which is kind of like higher up on the slopes, and just as is that farm. So Finally, another thing that was in the bundle, and this is kind of what sort of tipped my choice over to one side, is this beautiful ring. And I'm really excited that we got a jewelry piece in She Lives Aloha. So you could pick in silver or in gold, right? So if you did like the more turquoise nail polish, you wound up with the silver ring. So of course, you guys, I had to go with the gold ring because you guys know I tend to like my gold accents. And it is so cute. It's this little wire ring that says Aloha in script. Hopefully you guys can see that. I will definitely be taking some photos for you over on Instagram. So it says a ring featuring Aloha in cursive script from Upcountry Maui's own Alikula Lavender. Oh, this came from them too. That's cool. To adorn your polished nails. It's a lovely reminder to live a lifestyle of Aloha every day, and such a like perfect thing to include in a She Lives Aloha box. So hopefully the size fits me. So it's a little bit small. It feels like a size 6. So maybe like when my fingers aren't quite as swollen as they are, but it does fit my pinky just fine. And I just think that is so adorable. So that is like my favorite item in this box, even though I have to wear it on my pinky finger. But overall, I thought this was a lovely, lovely kit from She Lives Aloha. Everything in it is so fantastic, and I do really appreciate all of the sort of little extra stuff in terms of like the photography tips, you know, the haleakala guide, as well as I think there was some tips in terms of things to do in upcountry Maui. And this is, you guys, this is like taking me back, this list right here. It says there's more to Maui than sand, surf, and haleakala. A day in upcountry Maui offers a laid-back vibe with stunning views, cool breezes, and small towns rich with history. Chefs say some of the finest produce is grown here in Haleakala's fertile volcanic soil. So the farm to table food in Maui is amazing. There's even like opportunities to like go and pick the produce that's going to go into your meal. So one of the places that they mention here is Komoda's Store and Bakery, which is a favorite, and they actually close for several months of the year. And the last couple times I've been there, I haven't gotten to go, but they make these amazing stick donuts, glazed donuts. They also make cream puffs that they are known for, and they also have like chantilly cake that they're known for. This was like the thing that we would get bribed by in my high school and middle school, because they'd say like, if your class is good and you like hit all the marks, then we'll get you all donuts. Like that's how well known they were and how effective it was as a bribe. So love Komoda's, awesome. They also suggest Kula Country Farms. Again, Kula strawberries and Kula produce is amazing. Kula strawberries are like, they're just a little bit different. They're like sweeter. Oh, they're so good. Kula Botanical Garden, which is gorgeous. We actually used to get our Christmas trees there, but you can do like a nice little walk, and that's actually very close to one of the homes that I lived in when I lived in Upcountry Maui. Alikula Lavender Farm, of course, you can actually tour the farm. There are guided tours that are not available right now, but you can just sort of explore on your own, which honestly is a little bit more fun anyway. And then they also suggest Maui wine, which I'm wondering, because it's saying head to the King's Cottage tasting room, and I don't know if this is like a renamed version of the Tedeschi winery that's like out in Ulupakua, or if this is actually a new winery, which would actually be very, very cool. They do mention that there is a pineapple wine, which I know that might sound kind of weird to some of you, but I definitely tried it, because obviously if there's a winery, I'm gonna try it. And the pineapple sparkling wine is a little bit drier and delicious, and of course I like it because pineapples, but they actually have some really great wines in Maui. I know that sounds strange. You definitely have to taste it and see what you like, but it is a fun thing to do when you are there. So let me know though in the comments below if you have had the opportunity to visit any of these places, or just the island of Maui, even if you stayed on the south side or over on the west side and not on the slopes of Haleakala. Let me know also what your favorite item in this box was. I would love to hear from you. Get your own kit from She Lives Aloha for half off using the code mauinoel. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed opening this box, and hopefully I see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.